The Scars I Bear Chapter 3. I don't believe in love. The men I hook up with always know it's just sex and nothing else. I rarely say no to the men that pursue me. I get excited when men are after me. It makes me feel lovable. The Myrtles don't give me as much love as I thought they would, so I seek for it outside. I am excited about being out of the house today and meeting someone new. I hate the days when we go to the cemetery. They are usually sad days for the family. Usually when we get home from the cemetery, Mom and Dad lock themselves up in the bedroom the entire day. Mark spends his day with Vita while I mop around feeling empty and alone. I didn't know Macy, so I don't share the depth of their grief. I arrive at the cafe at about 3 o'clock, order tea, and sit down. The cafe we are meeting from is on the outskirts of town. I prefer to meet in a public place if I am meeting someone for the first time. I wait for about 10 minutes before I spot Mr. Lam walking in. He is a tall, muscular, handsome man and he looks younger than his age. He actually looks more handsome in person than in photos. I stand up as he walks to my table. "Hello, sunshine," he says. Then he leans in and kisses my cheek. "Hi, you. You look beautiful." "Thank you." We both sit down and he orders himself some coffee. "So how are you? It's good to actually meet you in person. You are as beautiful as I imagined you would be." He smiles before adding, "I hope you are as naughty in person as you've been on the phone." He winks. "I am fine. How are you? You don't look bad yourself." "Did you drive here?" "I did." "Okay. We will leave your car here and drive to a place where we can be alone and have a nice time. I will drive you back here afterwards. How's that?" "Okay." He has his coffee and I my tea while having a random conversation, and when we finally get done, he settles our bill and leads me out. We get into his car and he turns on the radio. Soft music plays on the way to the motel. He has his hand on my thigh during the ride. I say nothing and stare straight ahead. Pulling up in front of the motel, we get out of the car and he leads towards the entrance. He has already booked a room for us. Immediately he introduces himself. He's given the key to our room. We get on an elevator and it leads us to the 3rd floor. He opens the door and we enter our room. Once inside, we pop open a bottle of champagne and he pours into 2 glasses and hands me one. "Thank you. You had everything set up already." I smile. "Trying to get you as comfortable as possible, my lady." "I see," I say, taking a sip from my glass. After that, I place the glass on the table and start undressing myself until I stand naked before him. He licks his lips and stares hard at me. "Are you trying to seduce me?" he asks, the lust evident in his eyes. "Is it working?" "I think it is," he smiles. "Then why are you still sitting on that bed? All you have to do is touch me and I am ready to go." I prefer actions to talking. "Now, show me what you are made of." He licks his lips, stands up and walks towards me, leaning down to kiss me. He gently nudges my lips apart and slips his tongue inside. He kisses down from my mouth to my collarbone and then further to my breasts. "Your breasts are very beautiful. I love your large brown nipples," he whispers. "Touch me," I whisper pleadingly. His mouth covers mine again, his tongue delving into my mouth as his fingers slid between the petals of my womanhood. I gasp as his fingers stroke me from top to bottom. "Good, you're all nice and ready for me," he says. I move against his fingers, his thumb finds my clit and circles it with each deep thrust of his fingers into me. He continues to do that until I call out his name. Afterwards, he undresses beside the bed, then positions himself between my legs. When he starts to penetrate, I close my eyes. He begins to move in and out of me, slowly at first, then faster, until he is pounding deep into me as fast as he can. I zone out for a moment, staring into space. He cups my breasts and pinch my nipple while he continues to thrust into me, startling me from my trance. I just want him to finish so I can go home. Sometimes during sex I get so overwhelmed and have mental breakdowns. There's a sense of heaviness in my chest and my heart is racing. 20.18, 16. I count inward, trying to distract my fears and steady my nerves. Finally his body quakes and he explodes inside me with loud moans. I sigh in relief when he rolls off me to the other side of the bed. That was amazing, babe, he whispers. Silence. You are so sweet, I should have met you earlier. I get out of bed. Excuse me, I say before dashing towards the bathroom. Once in the bathroom I sink to the floor of the bathroom and cry. Standing up, I step into the shower and turn on the hot water. It is scalding hot. I don't turn the cold water on at all. Letting the hot water beat down on my body, I scrub at myself until my skin turns red. After what seems like forever, I step out of the bathroom. Mr. Lam is typing away on his phone when I step out. You are okay? He asks. Yes. I pick my clothes and get dressed. Take me back to my car. Now. Yes, please. I thought you would be staying a little bit longer. You thought wrong. And then. Please take me back. Fine. Elab. The August girl butterfly,